Welcome to Himani Coaching Center. Today we are going to do questions on arithmetic progression, which is from exercise 9.2 NCERT class 11th book, and we are going to do question number 5. The question is, in an AP, if pth term is 1 by q and qth term is 1 by p, prove that the sum of first pq terms is 1 by 2 into pq plus 1, where p is not equal to q. Okay. Now, students, the nth term of an AP is given by this formula, which is Tn equals a plus n minus 1d, where a is the first term, n is the number of term, and d is the common difference. Okay. Now, so let us write this formula first and then solve this. So Tn equals a plus n minus 1d. So the pth term is given. So Tp would be a plus p minus 1d, which is equals to 1 over q. Okay, this is what is given. And the qth term tq would be a plus q minus 1d, which is equals to 1 by p. Yeah. Now we have got two simultaneous equations and let us solve. So this is my equation 1, this is my equation 2. If I subtract 2 from 1, what will I get? This is minus, minus, minus. So a and minus a go away. We get p minus 1d minus q minus 1d equals 1 by q minus 1 by p. Okay. Now take d common and we are left with p minus 1. And there is a bracket and minus sign, so minus, so q becomes minus and minus minus plus 1. And here we take LCM, make it pq, this is q, so it becomes p here and q here. Yeah. And now this minus 1 and plus 1 will cut each other. So what we get is d into p minus q equals p minus q over pq, which gives us d as 1 over pq. Yeah, because this p minus q and p minus q will cut each other. Now let us put this value of d in any of the equation. Let us say I want to put it here. So to find the value of a, so a plus p minus 1 into 1 by pq, which is my d now, is equals to 1 by q. Okay. Now a would be equal to 1 over q minus p minus 1 over pq. Okay. Now you would have understood we will have to take LCM. This is pq, so I have to make it pq. So multiply denominator with p and numerator with p. So what we get for a is p minus 1 over pq. Okay. Now this would be p minus p goes and minus minus 1. So this is 1 over pq. So what we get here is that our d is 1 by pq and our a is also 1 by pq. Now the question is, we have to find the sum of first pq terms. Now sum of first pq terms. So how do we find sum? So sum of n terms is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 d. Okay, that's the formula which we know. Now we have to find sum of pq terms. So spq would be pq upon 2 into 2a. Now a is 1 by pq, so it becomes 2 by pq plus n is pq minus 1 into d is also 1 over pq. So this is what we get. Okay. Now let us solve this. So this would be pq upon 2 and the denominator is common, so we get 2 plus PQ minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1, and this PQ knocks this PQ off, so we get PQ plus 1 into 1 by 2. Okay, so that is what we were supposed to prove. Okay, so this is how we do questions like this. Go through the question, and after you have gone through it, do it yourself so that you remember the trick of solving it. Now we will go to the next question from the same exercise. Okay, and this question is question number 8. The question is, if the sum of n terms of an AP is Pn plus Qn square, okay, where P and Q are constants, find the common difference. So what they are telling us, that sum of n terms Sn equals Pn plus Qn square. Okay, now let us understand AP. See, how do we write an AP? An AP is something like this: A plus D, A plus 2D, like this it goes on. Yeah, so AP goes on like this. Now if I have to find sum of first term, so my S1, so my first term is A, so that means if I find S1, it will give me A. Okay, now if I have to find sum of two terms, so that would be what? A plus D, so which becomes 2A plus D. Okay, now if I do S2 minus S1, what will I get? I will get 2A plus D minus A, which is A plus D. Okay, so which is nothing but my second term. Okay, so S2 minus S1 gives you the second term. Likewise, actually you can figure out, S3 minus S2 will give you the third term. So this is the property which we are going to use to solve this question. Okay, so if I do T2 minus T1, okay, this is my second term, A plus D, T1 is A, so T2 minus T1 gives me D. Okay, this question is asking us to find the value of D. So now let us use this knowledge. So what will we do? We'll say, okay, S1 equals, now instead of N I have 1, so it is just P plus Q. Now this should be equal to A, my first term. Yeah, now S2 would be P into 2 plus Q into 2 square. Yeah, so this will give me 2P plus 4Q, which is equals to 2A plus D. Remember, my AP goes like this: A plus D, A plus 2D, like this it goes. Now S2 minus S1, okay, will give me 2A plus 4Q, yeah, minus A, which is equals to P plus Q. So now this is P, so 2P plus 4Q minus P plus Q. Let me just write it properly. So this is 2P plus 4Q minus P plus Q, which will become 2P minus P is P and 4Q minus Q is 3Q. Now S2 minus S1 gives me second term. So I have got my second term and this is my first term. So how do I find D? D is T2 minus T1. Okay. Now my T2 is P plus 3Q minus P plus Q. Okay. So this P and P cancel each other. 3Q minus Q will give me 2Q. So D equals 2Q. Okay, so remember this trick. We will do one more question like this, but whenever we get question wherein sum of n terms is given, we have to use the knowledge of AP and what does it mean when we say S1, S2, and how does this help us to find common difference. In fact, once we know the common difference and A, we can find any term if they ask. They could have asked to find 100th term of this AP. So we will simply say S100 would be A plus 99D. A happens to be P plus Q and 99 into 2Q. So P plus Q plus 99 into 2Q will give you the 100th term of this AP. Okay. Now we are going to take another question from the same exercise 9.2, and this is question number 13. It says if the sum of n terms of an AP is 3n square plus 5n and its mth term is 164, find the value of m. Okay, so the question is Sn equals 3n square plus 5n. Okay, and we have to find the mth term. Find m if mth term is 164. That's the question. Find m. Find m. So it is exactly like the previous question. Let me again write the AP. It would be A plus D, A plus 2D, like this it goes on. So let me first find S1. S1 would be 3 into 1 square is 1 plus 5 into 1 is 5. So S1 is 3 plus 5, which is 8, which is your A, or as well as T1. Okay. Now S2 here would be 3 into 2 square plus 5 into 2. Yeah. So 4 3s are 12 and this is 10. So we get 22, which is equals to S2 is 2A plus D. So 2A plus D is this. Okay. Now I have to find D. A is 8. So what will I do? So 2 into 8 plus D equals 22. So D equals 2 8s are 16 and this goes that side. D equals 6. Okay. Now mth term of this AP. So mth term Tm would be what? It would be A plus m minus 1D. So my A here is 8 plus m minus 1 into 6. Okay, and this is given as 164. So that means this is 164. Okay, now we just solve this. So m minus 1 into 6 equals 164 minus 8, which is 156. Yeah, and now m minus 1 is 156 by 6, so which is 6 2s are, so 26. So m minus 1 is 26, m equals 27. Okay, this is how we solve questions related to AP. These all are very good questions. Try doing these questions yourself. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and please share the link with your friends so that they can also benefit. Also, please give me your feedback. Whether you like the video, press like button. You do not like the video, press dislike button and give me comments. Well, what should we do to make it better and value added for you? Thank you.